frizz, tangling, breakage, knotting, dryness. Honestly, the only thing worse than each of these issues on their own is trying to find a way to somehow work through them all at once when you're just trying to get your color-treated hair in a decent style. Sure, you could keep tucking it away under wigs, weaves, and braids to avoid the hassle you'd have on your hands when trying to achieve your basic natural style, but that's not really fair, now is it? I mean, yeah, life in general isn't always fair, but deciding to switch up your look by adding color to your hair shouldn't be one of those life things that automatically sentences you to hide away your hair forever or forces you to contend with constant subpar natural results. You deserve to feel just as confident in styling and wearing your curls as anyone else. That's why today, we're going to go over 5 specific styling tips you can use to both help your hair start looking better now and improve its health for more and better curl poppage and styling to come. So, without further ado, let's get into this video.
College girls, college girls.
Tip number 1 for styling your hair is one that's going to be important no matter what condition your curls are in, but when they're color treated, it becomes especially important to keep in mind, and that is, be sure that you are catering to your hair characteristics. Yes, we already know your hair is color damaged, which means your curl porosity and elasticity will be negatively affected. But exactly how negative is that? Where did your hair stand in those categories before compared to now? And what about its other extremely important characteristics, like its density and texture? Understanding your hair to at least some greater degree is going to be crucial, especially when it's color treated, because it's the first hands-on step to beginning to figure out what products and practices will specifically help your hair health and styling outcomes to improve beyond the general color damage advice you should also be following. What's more, it'll even help guide you in more specific styling options that'll work better with the characteristics of your hair, even in its damaged state, resulting in less of a fight for you and overall better results. Now, this isn't to say that as soon as you learn your characteristics and begin to employ the proper products and practices, that your health and styles will instantly improve. All progress will be on a head-by-head basis because it'll depend on the severity of the damage you're dealing with. But even with that in mind, this is still the best and first place you should be starting to care for your hair, as it not only sets you on solid starting ground, but also prepares you for continued proper hair care as you'll understand it better in the future. Being that you're already dealing with damage in the first place, I can completely understand if trying to figure out even the basic characteristics of your curls seems like an impossible task. And that's exactly why I created my free training, How to Make Natural Hair Grow, where you'll learn what the most important characteristics of your hair are and how to find them, and receive 2 more mini trainings all about how to make a routine specifically for your curls and how to make that routine fit into your lifestyle. The link for that training will be popping up in a card now and in the description box below. Now, your ability to perform this next tip is going to rely heavily on the knowledge you would have gained about your curls from actually following tip number 1, as it is a bit more specific. And it's using hair grease as a sealant to prevent your moisture from escaping. The reason this tip is going to depend on tip 1 is because hair grease, as I'm sure you're likely aware, is an extremely thick product. So much so, in fact, that in some cases, if you don't have the hair characteristics that can handle it, it could very easily turn into a heavy, weighed down disaster. Now, that being said, color-treated hair is typically high porosity, which is why you experience the different issues with it that you do. And high porosity hair as a whole generally would benefit from a good heavy sealant like hair grease that'll prevent all the moisture you apply from escaping right back out, aka high growth fatigue. The high porosity clients I've worked with one-on-one in my hair health coaching program, Want Healthy Hair, Just Ask, can attest to the wonders this product has worked for them firsthand. So even if you don't have the tighter and denser hair characteristics that would be able to easily handle this product, you could potentially still give a small amount of it a try to see if it could work in light amounts, or you could try castor oil or Jamaican black castor oil in moderation for a slightly lighter product that could also do the trick. Continuing to tip number 3, a great way to keep your hair manageable after applying your sealant of choice is to keep your hair in braids as often as possible. Being the color damaged hair is typically high porosity, one of the most common issues naturals with this dilemma face is constant excessive knotting and tangling that can lead to breakage and just be an all-around nightmare to deal with. That's why keeping your hair in a tight, structured, protective style like braids whenever you can is ideal to prevent any knotting from occurring, keeping your moisture sealed in, and otherwise protect your extremely raised cuticles. This tip is going to be another one that applies on a head-by-head basis because you'll need to once again take how damaged your curls are into account. If your damage is less severe, keeping your curls in twists or even a bun as often as possible could work to help tame your tangling by keeping your ends tucked away. But if you're dealing with something more severe, braids will be your best option as it provides a much firmer hold. Now, I know when I bring up braids, the question of wigs, weaves, and braids with added hair isn't far behind. And the answer to whether you should continue to wear these styles, either as your braids of choice or over your braided hair, is, once again, say it with me, going to depend on your damage. I know you're tired of hearing that by now, but no two heads are alike. So it'll really take you understanding your hair in its current condition to determine if it can handle these styles. More often than not though, it would be more beneficial to your curls to keep any added hair off your head as often as you can, especially when you're not caring for your hair properly to begin with, as these can very easily make any issues you've already been dealing with much worse and even cause new ones. This doesn't mean you can't ever wear these styles, nor does it mean cornrows are the only thing you can rock until your hair is back to full health. But it does mean that if you want to strengthen your hair to a point where it can more easily handle different options more frequently in the future, opting for more natural styles would be best. And if not, you need to be aware of how your added hair is installed, meticulously care for it before, during, and after, and provide ample time between installations. Moving on to tip number 4, being that your hair is already likely high porosity, you want to avoid direct heat and using excessive gel as much as you can. I'm sure the mention of direct heat comes as no surprise, considering even healthy curls are urged to use it in moderation. So when it comes to curls that are already dealing with damage, any usage of it is going to be a hard no for now. As far as gel is concerned, this is another substance that all hair should shy away from excessive use of because of how it can strip moisture. And with your hair already in a state where it's more prone to losing moisture and high growth fatigue, you want to shy away even more. That being said, there are more hair healthy versions of this product out there you could look into trying if you are going for a more sleek look. But again, even with the healthy choices, it will depend on your damage for how your hair is ultimately affected. And finally, finishing up with tip number 5, regardless of how you choose to style your hair, when it rolls around to the time of day when you have to hit the hay, you need to make extra sure that you're protecting your hair overnight. Another natural hair essential that's even more of a must when you've got damage, you unfortunately can't likely just slap on your bonnet and call it a night, or even just rely on your satin pillowcases or sheets. At night is when the most aggressive knotting and drying can occur, even if your damage is less severe. So if you're not keeping your hair braided at any other time, you especially want to be doing so at night. That strong, structured hold, working in tandem with your silk or satin headgear, should be just the combination your colored curls need to retain moisture and stay tangle-free all night long. Now, if you're a natural who's suffering from color damage, no matter how severe it is, and you feel like you have no idea where to start to fix it, think you've tried everything, or are too lazy or busy to spend hours on your hair every day, then I want to invite you to join my one-on-one coaching program, Want Healthy Hair Just Ask, that's now being offered through the Doctorates tier on Patreon. With this program, I have helped dozens of naturals dealing with all sorts of hair health issues learn and care for their hair characteristics, both while working with me and for the remainder of their natural hair journeys. From product recommendations and Zoom calls to personalized plans and tech support, along with premium resources designed to promote understanding and results with your curls, you will be completely supported throughout our time working together, and become more confident in yourself and your curls because of it. The link to enroll will be popping up in a card now and linked in the description box below. Even if this program doesn't sound like it's for you, but you're still looking to better care for your curls and support your favorite animated natural hair channel in the process, be sure to check out the official College Curls community over on Patreon. On Patreon, you'll discover a whole host of hair helping benefits, including live natural hair lessons, Q&As, natural hair trivia, my hair growth ebook, Want Long Hair Just Ask, worksheets, and so much more starting at just $5 a month. The tiers go from associates to doctorates, with each level getting better and better. So no matter what condition your curls are in, there's something there just for you. Again, that link will be popping up in a card now and be linked in the description box below. And now I want to hear from you. What's been your biggest struggle caring for your color-treated hair? Have you found anything that helps? If not, what have you tried? Leave your answers, tips, and tricks in the comment box below, and I'll respond to as many of you as I can. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit it even if you didn't. Leave a comment down in the comment box below, and make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
College girls, college girls.